What up, channel? It's Foreplayy, and this is kind of different. This is an MW2 gameplay. Haven't posted one of these in a long time. This is actually, I think, a 360 Icons tournament from a long time ago when my roster was Proofy, Stainville, myself, and Sharp. And I think we ended up winning this 360 Icons tournament, but that is not what this tournament, or this commentary is about. This commentary, I'm going to label as my best commentary ever before I even do it. And the reason is because I was going to go to bed. And I was upstairs in my room. My setup is downstairs. I have like this whole gaming room / dungeon thing, if you will. And I want to, oh, remember this jump? This jump was so dirty back in the day. I remember doing this. But anyway, so this commentary is going to be about life and how crazy it actually is when you stop and think about it. A lot of times I don't try to go too deep on my commentaries and talk about too much things that are not COD related. Even though I do some, jeez, that's my worst thing that I say, by the way. I do some things sometimes that are a little different, whether it's a motivational rant and stuff, because I think I shouldn't limit myself to just Call of Duty style stuff, because I have so much more going on in my life and so much more that I care about outside of Call of Duty. Don't get me wrong, I love Call of Duty and everything that it has to offer, everything that it's brought me. But I feel that there's so much more to life, and I was actually thinking about some things. I think life is one of the craziest things in which you can really think about this for a second. We're all caught up in like a daily routine, you know, like most of us go to school, go to the gym, play Call of Duty, play video games, have to help your parents with chores, you know, and you don't really get a lot of time to stop and think about what you're really doing, because it all becomes like a repetitious cycle of just certain things. And I think that's one of the things that bothers me the most about just life in general, is because we don't really stop and think about certain things, and we don't try to, I guess, progress to do other things that we want to do, because that's one of the biggest reasons I think people say, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that, because of you're caught in this like life cycle thing. So I was thinking about how you can meet so many different people in your lifetime, and how one moment can change the rest of your life. You remember how back in the day there was those choose your own adventure books? I know some of you guys read those. When I was growing up, I used to read these choose your own adventure books, and life really is a choose your own adventure book. And I say that because let's say I'm playing COD, for example, and I quit, and I want to become, I don't want to do this, by the way. Let's say I want to become a bodybuilder, and let's say I really just focus down on my eating, and I focus on lifting, and that's all I really care about for the next 2 years, 3 years, or whatever it would take for me to get legitimate status of that. Isn't it crazy how you legit choose what you want to do with your life, what doors that would open up? I think that's like the craziest concept to me when you actually stop and think about that. You basically choose what you're doing in your life, obviously. But then it would be so much different if you did one thing different. For example, I was actually talking to my brother, and he was telling me how he goes out to the bars and stuff, and how he meets so many different people. Imagine if one night he meets well, he recently I broke up with his girlfriend or wife, or I think they're girlfriend, not wife. I don't know why I said that. Recently broke up with her, and he was talking to me about, hey, it's crazy how I met this girl, whatever. And he wasn't even going to go out that night. And now they're talking, and things are really serious. And imagine if he didn't go out. That's the craziest concept to me, you know? I always talk to a lot of my close friends about 5 minutes. And 5 minutes is a thing that we do with each other, and it basically means that 5 minutes could make the difference between you living and dying in your life. You know, like, I'm sorry if some of you that have had people die in crashes, whether it be on the road or just whatever, a freak accident. I've actually had some in my life as well, people that have passed away due to some freak stuff that never should have happened. And that's where I kind of came up with the concept of 5 minutes, when one of my best friends a long time ago was actually killed by a drunk driver leaving a party. He wasn't drunk or anything. He was leaving a party in high school, and he was actually killed because a drunk driver hit him. And I guess that's really it. And the whole 5 minutes thing came about between each other because it was never supposed to happen. He actually set his alarm 5 minutes earlier than he normally would have, for what time he leaves to beat his curfew, because he didn't want to miss his curfew because the last time he got grounded for it. So he put his clock 5 minutes earlier, and whenever it was a high school party, so it wasn't anything too crazy. It wasn't like a rager or nothing, but he left the party 5 minutes early, and that was the last night we ever saw him. So being 5 minutes, having that 5 minute slogan in my life, it isn't really like because you really know what's never gonna happen in your life. Like that's not something you can really control. Like if something's different just because of 5 minutes, that's not what the concept meant behind it. The concept was more so meaning 5 minutes can make or break a lot of things in your life, and you may not be able to control it. And if you can control it, then obviously that's great. But if not, everything is based on 5 minutes, 30 seconds, 1 minute. Things could be so much different if you choose to do something different with your life, or if you choose to go after different things in your path. So that's why it's important not to waste your time, whether it's in gaming, whether it's in doing commentaries. Just please don't ever be lazy. The reason I say that, and most importantly, is you never want to just be complacent where you are, because this is all you got. Like this is your life. I don't know what religion you guys are, or if you guys even believe in anything. And if you don't, that's fine. If you do, that's cool. No judgments here. I personally, man, we're all in life together, so I don't really worry about none of that. But I think that's one of the craziest thing I will preach. You can never become complacent, because this is legit all that you have. And dude, I am wrecking kids with this ACR, man. Gosh. But you never want to become complacent, and you always want to push yourself to do things 1,000,000%, because legitimately that's all that you got. Like for me, for example, I wasn't playing Call of Duty as serious as I should have been, so I finally realized that, and I started playing now recently. I play from 6 to 12 every night. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I've been scrimming from 6 to 12 every night, and hopefully it really improves and shows in my game, and if not, then I know at least I'm really trying my ass off to do things differently. And in the gym, I got to make sure I'm eating on point, because what's the point of working out and trying to reach my goal physique if I'm not really doing anything proper towards the rest of it, I guess. So that's kind of just my 5 minute story or whatever. And we're going to go on to something different. I actually wanted to talk about Call of Duty in general for a second. And I want to say, I know a lot of you guys are frustrated out there. I get so many tweets, people looking to me for motivation, and people always say, hey, I wish I had your following. And, I'm not even really that big on like Twitter, social media and stuff. Like 40,000 is good. I got 40,000 of you guys, but it's not like, it's not like a nade shot number or a scumpy number. But like I said, I legit feel, and I don't know how other pros are, like I don't live their lives and stuff, but I feel I have the best support group in Twitter and YouTube. I've posted 400 videos, right? And I'm only getting like 1,000, sometimes 4,000 views a video. Whether it's my fault for posting boring content, whether it's my fault for being quote unquote irrelevant at the moment because I'm not winning like I used to, or maybe it's my fault for not being as vocal as I should towards things, But at the end of the day, I'm trying to do me. Like I'm trying to do the things that I want to do, and I'm trying to do the things that I want to be legit for, like I never really want to sell out with anything I do. And maybe in my life I've done some things to where I have sold out, and I hope I haven't, but looking back on it, maybe I have, in terms of marketing a bad product. In my career, I don't really think I'm marketing anything that I never wanted to market, though. Most of the time I stand by everything that I use, and that I actually truly care for. So, but I guess this commentary all comes back to me dominating kids with an ACR, you looking at some old school MW2 nostalgic content, and then number 3, this whole life thing is crazy, and I just want to make sure you guys are living it to the fullest. And I legit know that it's hard. I know that life can be hard. I know that school can like catch up to you. I used to, man, I'll be honest. The problem with life, people are scared to admit what they do wrong, what their flaws are, what their faults are, and everyone wants to be perfect. And some people are downright lazy and they don't want to admit it. Some people have like bad habits that they can't break, whether it be lying too much or maybe stealing is an issue of yours. And there's so many different things out there that people have faults for, and they don't realize that they can change all those if they just try. So I think people are so worried about being judged. That's like the biggest thing. I remember 2 commentaries ago I was talking about people judging people off scores in Call of Duty. I've teamed with the best players in the world at points and times. and I've seen them go negative, and I'd never say anything to them because this is a team game. Life is a team game. Everything is pretty much a team thing. And by team, I mean, you got to find a good supporting cast of people around you. And I've had people complain like they don't have good friends. You know, people are like, hey, I don't really have many friends, but yet they're not going out and trying to meet them. They're not like, just because you befriend somebody or just because you meet people doesn't mean you have to be their friend. You know, you have to go through a cycle. You have to go through like a weeding out process to try to see like who you want to be in your friend group and who you don't. So I guess this commentary got a little bit deeper than I thought it was going to. I just started thinking about a lot of stuff, and we're just going to keep going down that path. I don't know if you guys ever want me to do things like this, but I can vent on life and talk about life forever, man. I promise you, I'm one of the most vocal people when it comes to motivation, drive, success, and I really want to see success out of everyone. Even if I don't know you and this commentary helped you, then that's really all that matters to me, because who knows, man? Maybe at the end of it, I can look back and say that I helped change someone's life, or because of 5 minutes of my commentary, things went better for someone, you know? And life is hard for everyone, and some people have it a lot easier than others, but at one point in time in your life, you're going to go through something. And once you go through that thing, whatever it is, you just have to adapt. You have to challenge yourself and just move forward. So this has been Foreplayy, the Foreplayy gang, Gamma Gamers, and Team Envious. Thank you so much for listening to me rant about life. And I guess this is it. Until next time, peace, take care, and have a good weekend. I love you guys. Bye. What up, Foreplayy gang? I hope that you guys enjoyed that commentary. That one felt really good to do. A little nostalgic gameplay. That's always the best. Video top right, video top left. Favorite, comment, like, subscribe. Get at me on Twitter. Make sure you say what up. Tell me if you like this video. And please share it with all your friends. I guess that's really going to do it. Until next time, take care. Keep dominating your game. I'm out.